Hey, Walt.
Hey, what's going on?
My gosh.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, Walt, my teacher.
What's happening? It's been a minute. Well, introduce me to the crew. I want to see everyone. I see y'all. Y'all got good energy. Every time I see a post, y'all got good energy. So,
Technical difficulties.
hey,
My boy.
no worries, no worries. What's going on, y'all?
You from the future, so I gotta ask what year you from. You feel me?
Shit, if we got to put a specific year on it, 3001 AD. You feel me?
Well, Walt.
What's
Oh my
happening?
gosh, like long time no see. Long
Shit,
time.
about 2 years probably. Now I don't even know. Time's just been flying, so I can't even. I ain't even remember. It's been like 2 years.
So for us, for our sake, what all do you do? I mean, I did a little research. I don't know if everybody else did, but for our sake and for the viewership sake, what is everything that you do?
Cool. So I'm an artist and a producer. I also do visual direction, mostly for myself. I work with a few artists locally. I'm in Chicago. So I started doing visual direction. That was my initial path, and then I got into production. And then from there I started rapping. I've always done all three, right? But to choose, but not so yeah, with all three, I really had to choose, what kind of career I wanted to have, because each takes time, each takes money. I'm currently putting all my resources into the artist side. Since I do my own production, I don't have to spend any money on production, and I don't spend any money. Well, I actually did spend a lot of money on music videos recently, but because I'm the one directing it, I save money where I would be having to hire all these different people to put together the ideas, concepts, and everything. So it's really helpful to have an eye and an ear for both. But in terms of what I'm pushing, everything I'm pushing is my artist image and my artist career, and then expanding from there. Building a company that kind of does everything multimedia.
That's cool. With your artistry, I did notice that you had a challenge. It was like a 60-day challenge. What was that about?
Yeah, so last summer I did a 60-day challenge, right? I recorded a song every day for the whole summer. Well, 2 months out of the summer. I think it started in like April and ended sometime in June.
I saw
So
that.
that was crazy. I actually, a lot of that music that came out was good enough that I was releasing it over the year, and some of it's coming out in the future. So I kept a lot of those tracks. That was a good
I
job.
noticed from your page is a lot of consistency. Like you definitely one of them people that's working very hard to get where you want to get. Nah, I commend that for real.
Appreciate it, man. Consistency. I mean, everything I'm hearing, I like to study. So the good thing about my jobs that I usually take is I try to find somewhere I can listen to a podcast or a YouTube informational channel, whatever it is, and just learn. The thing I keep hearing is consistency. Because in the social media era, like Booming from Authentic Empire the other day, he said nothing moves faster than social media. So while we're trying to build this audience, right? We all trying to build an audience out here, and everything seems oversaturated. But at the end of the day, some people are gonna drop out of the race because they can't, keep up. But the ones who's consistent over time, I was telling that to you the other day, Nia. I was like, I see you post on TikTok damn near every day. I'm like, look, like Nia gonna get her shit right. Cause yeah, you posting every day. I see you. You trying to be a TikTok star. I see you. So yeah, no, consistency for me is the most important thing. And I really value quality, right? I'm a perfectionist, so I hate putting stuff out there that's subpar. But some days I gotta put up a shitty photo and I'm like, all right, it's good. Can I cuss? I don't know how, if y'all have like the YouTube censorship thing.
That's my entire issue with the whole social media.
But now we back. All right.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
So, how old are you? For the people that don't know.
I'm in my early 20s. I don't want to specify. You feel me?
You don't want to.
I felt the other day I was at a performance and I was like, damn, some of these rappers are like fucking 17. And these is all the young niggas is either getting signed or like they blowing up on TikTok. So I'm not, by no means am I like old or anything, but like when I see like all these young niggas, I'm like, bro, I ain't started to tell people how old I am anymore. Cause I met a producer in Atlanta. I think dude was like 30 or something, right? And I was like, do you rap? Because it was just a networking event. He's like, nah, I'm too old. I was like, how old are you? He was like 30. I'm like, how is 30 too old to be a rapper?
Bobby,
I know like 10, 30-year-old rappers. What the fuck?
I'm crying. You ever say how it's 30? Like, what?
Damn, nah, because yeah, that's the thing.
Bobby is 31. Bobby is
Crazy, right? I mean, the thing about the music.
All of them is over 30. Like,
that's how you know people just copy stuff and don't know their actual craft. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually the reason I chose to do music, because I actually went to school for film production, and I still am going to, but I always had the plan to go to Hollywood and be a director and writer, because like film was always my main art form. But when I graduated from school, I realized that you can direct a film at 70 and no one fucking cares, right? You can act when you're 70, no one cares. But when you're an artist and you're trying to come up, once you hit like 25 or so, like you start to get looked at on the clock, because it's an ages industry versus, because the kids are the ones that push the music, right? So it gets a lot harder as people start to see you as older, because like you see like a 15-year-old or whatever who's buying the music, because those are the ones that's really streaming this shit. They see someone who's like, I don't know, 40, and like they think that's their dad, right? So it makes it a little bit harder. So that's one of the challenges in the music industry, is everything's about appearance, like literally everything. So it don't matter how talented you are. There's things that can get in the way if people, put a certain perception on it.
thanks. That's why you gotta start going outside looking like somebody. Like, I had to stop just going
Yeah.
outside.
You know me. When I was in Atlanta, I didn't give a fuck. I used to dress bummy as fuck. I didn't care. I would pull up to the studio. I didn't give a fuck. But I started having like a more conscious idea of like what my image would be with making it authentic to me, because like people kept saying like you need to put more of a rapper image or whatever. I didn't know what the fuck that meant. So I try and keep it authentic to me, but still, there's a certain presentation. And shit, that's the entertainment industry.
so specific rappers, bro. We gotta stop that.
Yeah, we do. I don't like it. I really don't like it, man. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to get in a position of power to be able to influence it, right? So
I don't know if you watch any battle rap. There's a battle rapper named Chess. He was talking to them about it on a live recently. He was telling them like, we don't just rap for people in the hood. We rap for the ones that watch anime. But we rap for everybody. Like, so you gotta be able to cater to whoever. So it's not necessarily. I don't like that image.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
It's just a lane for everybody to rap.
The thing about I mean, you see people like Cole, right? Cole and Kendrick, they kind of dodge the image thing, but I think at a certain level of prestige and talent, you can get away with it, right? But it's a lot harder while coming up. But I wish there would be people in the industry that would, speak up about it more. Like you said, Chess had the nerve to, bring it up, but a lot of artists will keep buying into the same kind of ideas. So we kind of get a repeat cycle.
So what's your biggest challenge that you faced so far as far as your artistry?
Damn, biggest challenge is probably getting money, because it's crazy, right? I've heard a lot of figures thrown out in terms of what you need to fully push yourself. And the lowest I've heard is 200,000. I want to say 100,000, 200,000. And the highest I've heard is $1 million, right? So to get to that 100,000, you need an investor. So I put every single dollar from my day job that doesn't go to bills into music. And I moved back home to live at the crib, thankfully. So that helps me save a lot of money. But even then, I'm stretching it. Like these music videos I just did, I sold off a bunch of crypto, thankfully, because that shit, you saw that shit went right down, right? Crypto got fucked up. But I sold before it had dropped and it rebounded. I took it out and I blew it on like 2 music videos. And I still had 6 I had to shoot. So I'm like, damn, all right, let me get some more credit together. Let me go get a loan. Let me save a few checks up and then get right back to shooting. And then we got to be quicker on the next run, because I dropped honestly about 6,000 to 8,000 on 2 music videos that I wanted to look a specific way. Those were the 2 best ones. And then I still got to, spend probably another 4 on the rest of them that are a little bit more simple. And so those are just the video. That's not the promotion. That's not the traveling and networking. That's not going to different, cities that's within a region and stuff. That's just the content. So then it's like, now we got to market the content. Now we gotta, pay PR people. We got to do all this different stuff that requires money. And it's like on a shoestring budget as an indie, that's how you kind of make your name. Because like when people see that you can generate money with little money, then they gonna want to give you money. But just being able to generate money is gonna take, it's gonna take considerable effort and time. So I think that's my biggest struggle, is just making sure I can get enough money to put myself above, the rest of the competition. Because at the end of the day, what makes you stand out is what kind of resources you're able to put around you. So I think a lot of people, I don't ever like to talk trash about people's talent or anything, but people have complained about untalented artists making it over like the last 10 years. That's been the major complaint. But what they don't realize is those artists generally have a lot of money behind them, and some of them have a lot of work ethic too. So when you combine those two, talent doesn't even matter as much as finding a fan base. So
I'm glad I do not have no musical talents, because being an artist,
It's like with just music, like that shit go for everything. Like that shit is hard, and people fail to realize that shit. Like
when it comes to the music thing, I was on that. Like I know y'all remember like when I used to be on that real heavy about like when bum ass niggas used to make it and shit like that. I used to be highly upset. I used to get high. I listen to a lot of bum ass niggas now. I ain't even
gotta realize that work ethic means a lot. Like you said, like them bum people, they making it because of their work ethic. Like
that's all it is. Honestly, sometimes like I see artists who are incredibly talented, and I've met artists that have made me mad because of how talented they are naturally, and their work ethic is trash as fuck. Oh my god, bro. I be wanting to fight them because I'm like, bro, you are like LeBron James with the work ethic. Who's that one dude who got the like max contract and started dating the Kardashians and like dipped out the NBA? Like that's just trash work ethic. So like, and then you see someone who's way less talented make it because they was in everybody's face for years. Crazy. So yeah, it's crazy when you realize the industry all comes down to work ethic. And I mean, more than work ethic, obviously you know who you know, but work ethic is really the big push.
Are you from Chicago, or are you just living there right now?
Nah, I call myself a nomad because I'm from Cincinnati. I was born in Cincinnati, but I've been moving around since I was little, literally like every 2 years moving around. But my family was out of the country and they came back to Chicago. This is the last place we lived before we left the country. And so when they came back, I moved back here, just because, it's more familiar here. I do have some family and friends in the area, so it was probably the easiest place I could go besides going back to Ohio. Ohio's cool, but there's not a huge scene in Ohio. Like my cousin and a few other people I know are rapping in, Cincinnati, but it's not too much going on. So
what's some like accolades you got as far as music? Like you got any like favorite performances? Like I don't know.
Accolades.
These are endless.
Yeah, that's an interesting one to throw at me. I'm gonna be real. Accolades so far, I would say I actually had a really good performance the other night. So I got invited as a result of another performance I did a couple weeks ago. There was a $1,500 single deal on the table. I didn't make it, but I made it in the second round, so I was trying to compete for that one. And as a result of being in that, they invited me to Rap A Lot Midwest. So Rap A Lot Midwest, Rap A Lot Records, they hosted a performance session just last night. And so I did 5 songs. I got the A&R's contact. I'm in contact with them. I'm seeing what they're talking about. But that's under the table. I probably would include that in the episode. But other than that, I multiplied my streams. So I've been recording and releasing music for 2 years now. Year 1, I think I got like maybe 1,000 streams total across all platforms. And then year 2, I crossed like 10,000. So I basically 10 times did. Like crazy. And then this year, my goal, I have this crazy manifestation and goal thing where I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna achieve it. But even if I fall short, it's still gonna be crazy numbers. So this year, I'm aiming for 1 million streams, which is why I'm going all crazy, trying to get the money together to do music videos, move around and just do as much as I can. But say I only did 100,000, right? I'm talking about 10xing that again. So really for me, my accolade comes down to how many fans I can gain a year. So I've seen my social media following go up. I've seen my performances go up and get invited to more performances. I've been able to put more money into things. So in terms of accolades, I'll call those personal accolades because I'm not at the point where I have a bunch of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I've, won this competition and I've been here. I've opened up for this person. I hear a lot of artists say that stuff, but that's not where I'm at just yet. So
listen, personal accolades is just as important because self-growth, you feel me, growth as a person, that's just growth in your journey as an artist. Like,
oh my God. So I mean, I know that's the thing, and I know the bigger accolades are on the way soon. That's why I'm working the way I'm working, right? Because I can see it, I can definitely see it, and so even when it doesn't happen the exact next day, it's like I know it's coming. So I get hungry every day I wake up, and when it doesn't happen, that actually is better because I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go harder, So. Yeah.
So with production, you produce all your own beats, like with your music?
I do. I'm trying to collaborate with more producers. And the last few songs I think the last song I had. What's up?
You say you trying to collab with who?
Producers, more producers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I just had a collaboration with one of my fellow producers, who's actually from Australia, on my latest song. And then other than that, I produce everything. I would say the last like 15 songs were all me. I had a few YouTube beats when I first started, but then I really went to producing all my own stuff. So I'm hoping on the next project that I get 5 or 6 other producers in my circle involved, because
that's the hardest part, like for me as an artist.
Like, facts. It is getting other people like to fuck with you, not even to fuck with you, but to work with you, and then the styles match. Because like the other thing is like doing everything yourself is cool, but again, like it's more impressive if you can work with people and bring people into your vision. So that's where I'm trying to find more producers who are on the same wavelength, who understand the business and want to, build something special. But it's hard. A lot of producers, they just want to make beats. They just want to sell beats. They don't want to have the collaboration effort. So
I've been hearing that a lot lately. Like, it's better to work with a team. And I'm like,
it is.
I didn't start hearing that until after I made a team. You feel me? And it's just like,
well, you made the right decision, though. Yeah, you made the right call.
Team mentality since before, like even before I was taking it, like the music super serious. Like back when me and PDF first started, niggas was telling niggas it was just us two pushing shit like that, bro. It's not no offense to nobody that was around us. I mean, nobody really had the belief that niggas was really trying to do something with the shit, or that niggas was going to do something with it. You feel me? And not having a team behind you, trying to do everything yourself is almost. I'm even gonna say almost. It's literally impossible.
Yeah, it is impossible. So, I mean, at the beginning you have to, but the thing is, like, don't try and do it forever. That's why I'm trying to build a team too, because it's like, eventually when it gets to the point where I'm really bringing in opportunities. And the performance I was at the other night when they was giving out game, that was the exact thing they said. They said put your money behind you and build a team. Build a team that's gonna help push you, because that's really the way that you're gonna find the next step. So I'm out here consistently like, yo, look, this is what I got going on. Who can I bring into the vision? Like, who wants to be a part of it? Let's build something special. And I found a few people that have fucked with me recently, which has been really cool. But again, a lot of people don't come around until they see a few small wins or a few medium-sized wins. So that makes it a little bit harder. But y'all got the right kind of movement going on with having a team, because having a whole team to do a podcast, like, as y'all continue to grow with it, no matter what challenges come at you, you always got more people to deal with it than if it was just 2 or even just 1 of you. So yeah, that team, people don't get it, but that's really the key.
Solid, lock in. That's all.
That's crazy though. Like, I did not know when we was both with Endless Summer. I didn't even know you was an artist.
Wait, you're not with Endless Summer anymore? Oh, damn! I just opened the whole can. Damn. Shit, I gotta hear this story, but not.
Endless Summer, like, if you really want to be real about it.
Wait, nah, I want to hear a little bit of this story. Give a brief description.
Like,
What's up?
After him, like, Skeet left the group, and it was.
Wait, Skeet left the group. He's the leader. What do you mean he left the group? What the fuck? How? What?
Tell Instagram, he stayed left, like, and that's when everybody started following him and started leaving.
Bro, so In the Summer just died?
Basically.
That's
You know, all gotta come back around at some point. You know,
I was wondering because dude posting about being that nigga and like niggas like betraying him and stuff. And I was confused. I was like, who is he talking to? I was like, what is going on, bro? Damn, all right, it makes so much sense now. All right, damn. Man.
It was the same problem, like niggas not doing nothing, niggas not working, not being proactive, whatever.
Yeah. And that's when a team is detrimental, because like if you build a team on people that aren't on the same page, yeah, like I'm not gonna speak on anyone's name, but I will say in that specific situation, there was always one or two people carrying the weight and a lot of people looking for people to kind of lead. And like when you're trying to get some shit off the ground, you need leaders. Like, so yeah, I saw it towards the end where it was going, but a lot of the shit that went down kind of led to me like walking away. But yeah, no, I could see where it was going. I was hoping it would hit an upside because I believed in everyone. But damn, that's crazy to hear, man.
Were you ever gonna show like that you were an artist though? Because you was just a producer when you was with them.
Yeah, so that was my thing was showing that I was an artist. I had this crazy idea, right, when I first started making beats. Because when my last year of school, I broke up with my ex because she kept me from doing music. I'm gonna be real, because I was trying to record a mixtape for 7 years. I finally started recording. I got with my ex. I stopped recording. I broke up with her. I recorded the whole thing in like a week. And crazy. And after I did that, the dude who was producing for me at school, he was from Ghana, so he went back to Ghana. I went to Miami, and I learned to make beats because I'm like, I want the same kind of beats. It was a little bit harder to stay in contact. And once I started making beats, I'm like, wait a minute. My homie, he's like, yo, you should sell these. And I did music as a kid, so I kind of have a ear for melodies, which was my main thing at first. I had to get a little bit better at drums. And by the time I got to Atlanta, I was ready to start selling it. And I had this idea that I would be like Kanye, where I would push the beats, and then I would kind of use my status as a producer to get on as an artist. Then I realized you got to still build a fan base as an artist. 1, 2, it's a little bit, sometimes it can be harder because when people see you as a producer, it's harder to be taken serious as a rapper. Like Hit Boy is a great rapper, but people don't take him as serious because they look at him as a producer. Pierre Bourne, like he has a great fan base, but the same thing, like he low-key got fire music, but because they look at him as a producer, they're not gonna fuck with him on the artist side. Well, they like real fans. What's up?
I'll be bumping Pierre Bourne.
Pierre shit go crazy. What was it? Life of Pierre 4. I remember the first time I heard that tape. I was like, yo, how is this dude not bigger? No offense to Cardi. I'm like, this dude should be bigger than Cardi. This shit was hard. So yeah, no, but the thing, when you're a producer, I realized it may be harder to transition to artist. And people also treat you a certain way when you're a producer. So I saw that people, when I tried to like put people onto my music, they were like, that's cool. What kind of beat you got this week? I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna be an artist. I can't deal with that shit no more. So yeah, I realized that I had to pick a path, and I still produce for people if I really believe in their sound, but I stopped trying to sell beats. I stopped trying to find artists to take under my wing and really produce for. It's really on a case by case basis, but because I'm focused on my artistry now.
Okay.
So what's your ultimate end goal with like everything?
So really what I hope to do, and I feel like a lot of people are optimistic about this, is figuring out how to go about it. I look at the state of what we got going on right now, especially with people our age, like the cards that were dealt to us. We got fucking inflation, we got rumors of war, we got all this bullshit going on. And on top of that, we came up in the social media area, so a lot of us are fucked up in the head. And I like what Cudi was doing, and I like what Kanye was doing back in the day. we've kind of created music that gets back to an art-centric focus and looking at art as a way to present the world and let people be comfortable just in their own shoes, right? Because everyone's got a story, everyone's got some type of experience and perspective on stuff. And mainstream culture usually shoehorns it to one way or another, but you got people like Kanye, Cudi, Travis who are like, nah, fuck that, this is what we're gonna do. And we invite our fans to do the same way. And so you get fans that are inspired to choose who they want to be, what kind of story they want to live, what kind of path they want to live. I love my family, but they wanted me to go to college and get a job and be normal and be a lawyer and do all this other stuff that, you know, brings money and success, all this happiness and shit. But I just wanted to make music. I just wanted to make film. I wanted to make art. And that was considered not safe. That was considered something that could lead you to be broke, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't do this shit for money. I do this shit because there's people just like me that realize they have a gift and that they can create not only a career from it, but they can give other people the same inspiration to chase their dreams and not worry about what the world says. Like, you need to go to college, you need to do this and that, you need to get this specific degree. Like, I got the degrees. They're not really doing anything for me. You know, I got this and that, you know, this internship isn't doing anything for me, especially in the art field, because you got to prove yourself. You got to get out on the field and really prove yourself. So, yeah, I'm hoping that with this project, and especially the next one, that when people listen to me and then they come and connect with me and, you know, they consider themselves a part of my fan base, they start to have that same perspective of, look, you only get one life, and in this world especially, like, I'm gonna be who I want to be, and fuck everything else, crypto, all this other shit they pushing on us. We gonna do what we gonna do, and we gonna win, you know.
Yeah, what from the future?
I'm feeling the energy from the future.
I'm crying.
I want to hear more about y'all. What y'all trying to do? I mean, I'm actually switched to the phone because I'm gonna have to get in the car in a minute. But I want to hear about what y'all doing, what your goals are. You know, what you see happening for y'all this year.
I think this year, goals that I've set so far, a couple of them already been hit. So
Okay.
overnight.
Yeah.
That's it. Like overnight. I'm
Me?
like ecstatic about it.
I see us getting sponsorships.
So by the end of the year, yeah, more than likely.
By the end of the year, yeah.
If we keep going the way that it's going, by the end of the year, we should be getting sponsored.
And even on YouTube though, like you hear certain, like you got sponsored them. Like if you say you smoke every episode, whatever, back to her sponsors, they gonna send them for free, and then you gotta be like, yeah, basically it's bullshit. So advertising.
Yeah, a little something. Yeah.
Nia gonna be like, all right, guys, come on, we gotta do our commercial today.
So with the YouTube, like what's your plan? Like, what are you trying to do with the YouTube?
What is it? I think it's like, I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie, throw up no numbers because I'm not sure. But basically, whatever point you gotta reach to start making money on YouTube, like from your videos, whatever.
Okay, so y'all trying to get monetized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black, man.
Yeah.
Not about to
trying to get a flag, man.
I feel you not. Yeah, you want? Hey, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it.